In this video, I'm going to go over how to use a font like Teaching Print to create your own custom resources. This is the paid version, which you can use commercially, but you can also get it free for your classroom at fontspace.com, and you can just search up Teaching Print, and that will get you a free version of an earlier version of Teaching Print that you can download for free. So once you load this page, you would just be able to click free download here, and that will download to your computer as a OTF file. And then you can just basically open up these files on your computer and install them, and then you'll be able to use them in whichever program you prefer. I'm going to use the paid version of Teaching Print just for this example. And when you download Teaching Print from our website, basically you can just go to lewiscreative.ca/teaching-print, and it'll bring you to this page where you can add it to your cart and then download it from there. So yeah, once you download that font, you can basically just open up by double-clicking the zip file and unzip the folder. And then you'll be able to go into that folder. The first folder you're going to see, if I zoom in here a bit, is font files. You'll also see the license and a README file for a little bit of a few tips in here for how to install and some of the special characters that are included. So to go to the font files, you would just click into this folder, and you can simply shift-click to select all, or you can just select all these files and open them all at once. On a Mac, you can just double-click to open these, and then you'll be able to click install. You can see all of them are loaded here. So I'm just going to install this font. But on a PC or Windows machine, you might need to right-click and then click install font on your computer. So once you have that installed, you'll see it in your font library, and you can see all the characters that are included in the font styles as well. So once we have that loaded, we're just going to open up Pages, or you can use Word or PowerPoint, whatever program you prefer. And I would just start by typing the letters A, and I'm just going to increase the font size a little bit here, maybe to about 40 or 80 maybe. And basically, to get started with this new font, you might need to close down the program if it was already open, just so that it loads in your font selector. And you would just search for Teaching Print, and I'm just going to load it down here, Teaching Print. And that's going to load this arrow version by default. And you can just change right underneath or nearby the place where you selected your font family. You can choose a different typeface as well. So to do that, you can just go down to dashed, for instance, or even regular, and you can kind of choose the style that you want. So I'm going to go with arrow line version for this section, and then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to type A is for Apple, but I'm just going to change this to the regular font style. And again, I'm just going to change the font size here. I'm just going to bring this down to maybe 20 or 28. And once I have that set in there, I can add my next line. And I would just basically type in an A and then type that over and over again a few times. And then I would just copy paste that over and over until I have a full line here. So from here, I'm going to increase this again to maybe about 30 or sorry, maybe 50. And then I'm going to change it back again to, I'm going to go with the dotted line version for tracing, and I'm just going to add a space at the beginning here. And if you notice, I can't add a space here yet because it's adding to the first line. So what you're going to need to do is add a return or an enter at the end of that, and then add another space at the beginning. If your space isn't working, or if you wanted to get a bunch of spaces between words, some programs are a little bit finicky this way, and so we've created a bit of a special character for this, and it's basically using the character above the 6, which is Shift 6. And if I go to a different font like Arial, you'll see what I mean. It's just using this this accent character, and I'm just going to change this back to teaching print, and you'll notice that it goes back to, once I'm using a lined version of teaching print, you'll notice that it just goes back to the lines. So that's all I'm doing there, is I'm just using a accent character to get those special lines in there. But I'm just going to leave this like this for now, and I'm going to copy this, this first line and continue pasting it down the page. So that's kind of all you need to do to create this section of the page. You can also change this to a regular lined or even a arrowed line version, just to get the student started with which direction to go down here, and then they can continue writing, and then you could even leave a bunch of spaces at the end for them to continue writing that letter. And then the last thing I'll do is I'm just going to put a little acorn in there just for fun, and something for the kid to color as well. So I've designed this, but you can also get these on any free stock image website. And yeah, that's basically it for creating a custom worksheet using the teaching print font. There's lots of other ways to do this, but if you guys do have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope to talk to you guys soon.